Hello viewers, it's Yankov Wong here. I've not been doing a lot of English content lately for a lot of reasons. First of all is because I'm lazy, I'm too lazy. But then for this time, I really want to do a review of this product in English because first of all, I'm not seeing a lot of review of this product yet. So that's why I think a lot of you would be interested. What's in front of me is the AirDirect by Tether Tools. Tether Tools is a company which is producing a lot of cables and all sorts of equipments supporting tethering, actually supporting photographers. Cables, tether table, clamps, all sorts of things. It's a very good company. I like them a lot. I'm using a lot of their products. And this time, they are producing AirDirect, which is basically a wireless cable. They are trying to replace cables with this device. I don't know why they are doing this, because they are killing themselves by doing this. No one is going to buy their cable anymore if this device actually works. Okay, so let's look at this product and see if it actually works for you or for me. Okay, let's take a look at what's inside. Inside this box is, first of all, the device itself, the AirDirect, and then the battery. Interesting enough, the battery is actually a LPE6, which is a Canon standard battery for a lot of their cameras, the 5D series, the 6D, and a lot of products out there are using this battery because a lot of us photographers are having a lot of these batteries. And let's plug that in, and that's it. That's the whole thing. And on this side, you have the power button. Let's turn that on. As soon as you turn that on, the power LED turns on, which is also showing you the battery level. And then a few seconds later, here you have a blue LED, which is showing you whether the Wi-Fi is running, is booting up. And then you have a USB-C connection on this side. On the other side, you have, first of all, the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi setting. And for now, I'm running it on 5 gigahertz because it would be much faster. And the other setting you're having here is the mobile and then the ADU. Mobile is for you to use this device with a mobile device such as your iPad, iPhone, things like that. And then you have the ADU, which is the AirDirect utility, which is an app that you run on your PC or your Mac so that you can connect this device with your computer. And then down here is the DC input port, so that you can actually run this device with DC, okay? Or you can use, there is actually another cable in the box for you to run this device from any external battery, okay? Use a USB port to run a 5-volt current into this device to run it, so that you can hot swap the battery at the same time, okay? Now on this side, the blue LED is continuously on, which is telling us that the Wi-Fi is booted up, is ready. At the bottom is a cold shoe, so that you can actually mount this device onto your camera. So let's mount this onto our camera first. Okay. And at the same time, I'll need to go into the computer and connect the Wi-Fi to this AirDirect, which is generated by this device. Okay, it's connected, and then in the background you have AirDirect utility, ADU, and it's running and it's telling me that it's connected. Okay, the next thing that I need to do is to connect the AirDirect using a cable to the camera. Okay. Here, the USB-C port, and then I'll connect to the camera. The last thing that I need to do is to turn the camera on. Okay? As soon as I turn the camera on, let's go back to the computer. You'll see in a few seconds, the camera would be connected to Capture One wirelessly. Okay? You can see that it's 5DSR and all the exposure settings are here already. I can actually change the exposure setting here without touching the camera, okay, which is very handy. And I can even shoot here. The camera goes off when I click on this button, okay, which is very handy. But then now, the question a lot of you would be asking is the speed. So let's take a look at the speed. What I'm going to do now is let's take a full-size JPEG, okay, large size 50 megapixel JPEG, and try to send it to the computer. What I will do now is I'm going to take 2 shots. I'll take the first shot and then I'll wait for the file to come back to the computer. As soon as I see it on the screen, I'll take the second shot because as you can see that I'm shooting this camera at another iPhone which is running a stopwatch. By seeing the time difference, I'll know how much time does it take for the file to come back. Okay, let's try. 1, 2, 3, go. And then I'll wait for the file to come back. As soon as it comes back, I'll hit the button. Okay, I have a little bit of delay, my reaction time, okay? And the time difference between these 2 files is around 5 seconds for a full-size JPEG, okay? But let's try a medium-sized JPEG to see if it would take a little bit lesser time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's wait for the file, and there you go, okay? I suspect that I have a reaction delay of 0.1, 0.2 seconds. The time difference is also around 4 seconds, which is pretty good, I would say, for the purpose of reviewing this JPEG, okay? But then, the moment of truth. Let's look at the time it would take for a raw file to come back. Okay, remind you once again, it's Canon 5D SR 1, 2, 3. Let's wait for the file to come back. As soon as it comes back, I'll click again. The raw files is 50 megapixel, which is around 50 megabytes. Okay, let's wait for it. And here we go. Okay, as you can see that it's taking much longer time for it to come back. And let's take a look at how much time did it take, will it take for it to come back to my computer. Okay, it's around 15, 16 seconds, okay, as you can see here. So it really depends on how you shoot and how you are using it. I mean, for me, if I'm in a studio and I'm shooting product, the product is not going to move. I take a shot and I wait for 10, 15 seconds to review the photo. I'll probably be fine, okay? But if I'm shooting portraitures with a client there or some fashion job that the model is moving around, I'm shooting a lot of rapid fire, I'm shooting a lot of photo, let's say like 50 photo in a row and wait for it to come back, probably I would not have the patience to wait for 50 raw files to come back because it's probably going to take me like 10 minutes, okay? 5 to 10 minutes, I suspect, which is not going to work for me. But then, because this device actually works with iPad and iPhone, if you are on the field, you have an iPhone or iPad or using a service like a PC that you connect to this device and you send back only the JPEG and you can review it on your service or your iPad, that would be pretty handy. I suspect a lot of photographers which you are, let's say you're working alone with an iPad with a model out there, this would be pretty handy so that you don't have to look at the small LED screen in the back of the camera, which would be very helpful in terms of reviewing the photo in a larger screen. So there you go. Depending on what you're shooting and how you're shooting, this device would work or not work for you, so it's really up to you. I'm Jakob Wong. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.